I'm recommending you pick up Gordon Hayward. This is maybe a little counterintuitive. Hayward, I should say, the main thing here, Hayward expected to return soon. He got dropped in a lot of leagues.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned at the top, in 32 minutes per game this season, he's averaging 15, 5, and 5. I think there's a strong chance he takes minutes from Aaron Wiggins. I think he could close over Josh Giddey, Lou Dort here and there. Might miss some time. This is not like a major priority ad because he is still injury prone. He will probably come off the bench. All that stuff.
He's going to have some resting games. That's just like Hayward injury risk rest.
Yeah. The thing is, if you're in like 12 teams, there's going to be a lot of other options out there for you. But if you're in a 14-team league or a 16-team league, especially if you're in Fab, if you have a Fab situation and you got 9 waiver wire options, you're trying to pick up, $8, $3, $2, throw Gordon Hayward at the end of that and just see if, you can pick him up if you absolutely need a boost. Who are you going with?
I have an unusual suggestion as opposed to an actual name. I'm just saying the whole gaggle of Memphis Grizzlies. Just throw a dart at somebody. Santi Aldama, Gigi Jackson, Scottie Pippen, or even Jacob Gilyard. They're all rostered 7 to 24%. Memphis has no one healthy. They just dumped Roddy and Tillman. I mean, they gave Gigi Jackson a contract a little after they gave Vince Williams a real contract. Just throw a dart at this skeleton crew. Someone's going to shine, but I'd be lying if I said I knew who. But that said, Shannon, give us your top waiver wire pick of the week.
Yeah, Bennedict Mathurin for the Indiana Pacers. With Buddy Hield gone, that should open up playing time for Ben Math. He's 52% rostered on Yahoo. We've seen the way Ben Math can perform when he gets hot. His per 36 numbers are solid this year, very comparable to his rookie season. 20.4 points, 5.3 rebounds, 2.7 assists. Not much on the defensive end, but a solid 45 and 83% for the percentages. And he's also hitting 1.8 3-pointers. And that, again, that's per 36. I do not expect him to get 36 minutes per game, but there is a chance, they're either going to keep him in a reserve role, have him be the sixth man, have him be that microwave, that Vinnie Johnson off the bench, or he could easily replace Andrew Nembhard in the starting lineup, and probably should. He's definitely the better player between the two, but I wouldn't be surprised if from this date forward, Ben Math is the third leading scorer behind Halliburton and Siakam for the remainder of the season.
Taylor Hendricks, who was probably born in 2001.
I've got t-shirts older than Taylor Hendricks.
Yes, Hendricks of the Utah Jazz, 3% rostered right now. This is a deep league suggestion. Jazz traded away Kelly Olynyk and Simone Fontecchio. In the wake of that, Hendricks played 18 minutes last night. Yes, he only scored 3 points. He took 5 shots. Not bad. Maybe he can score 8 next time. 8 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 block. Per 36, though, for Hendricks, 12 points, 7 rebounds, 1.3 steals, 2.4 threes, 2.9 stocks. Stocks are especially interesting for those in category leagues. The hope here is that he can start shooting better than, 38, 35, 75 from the field. But if you're in a deep league and, again, you're kind of throwing darts at the wall, maybe some late season shenanigans in March for the Jazz, they spent a pretty high pick on Hendricks. I forget exactly what it was, but it was a high lottery pick.
Well, I'm going to go with who at one point Shannon said was the top trade deadline fantasy winner / waiver wire pickup, and that is Marvin Moneybags Bagley in Washington. He's got to be the starting center now that Daniel Gafford's in Detroit. Admittedly, Bagley is hurt, won't play this weekend, but it's not a big-time injury, right, Shannon? All right, Alex?
Bagley?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was looking up Bagley stuff. 28. That's 2018-19 all-rookie selection, Marvin Bagley to you, by the way. 4 straight absences. He partially participated in Tuesday's practice before being ruled out Wednesday and then Friday, so he's on his way back.
Look, per 36 this season, and that's split between Detroit and Washington, 21 points, 10 rebounds, 1.4 stocks while shooting 52% from the field. He's not a good free throw shooter at 69%, but you kind of expect your centers to have poor free throw percentage. Look, this Washington team is terrible. They don't play any defense. Marvin Bagley is going to get a ton of offensive possessions. I don't know why they didn't deal Tyus Jones. That's a whole other topic for the Wizards, but Bagley's going to get a crazy amount of touches, crazy amount of minutes. Maybe Rashawn Holmes pushes him, but there's plenty of minutes on this god-awful squad for both of them. I think Marvin Bagley is a really nice upside waiver wire pickup right now. Shannon, who's your second pickup? I like it. I like it a lot.
Ausar Thompson, defensive wizard for the Detroit Pistons. He started 2 games in a row, back-to-back games, both wins for the Detroit Pistons. Have I mentioned that yet this episode? 27
is double-digit wins. They're sniffing double-digit wins for the season.
27 and 28 minutes in those 2 games with averages of 9 points, 5.5 rebounds, 1.5 steals. Nothing to get too excited about. All right, we know he has some problems shooting the ball. He's 63% from the free throw line, 48% from the field, which is actually pretty solid, but only 15% from downtown. The 3-point shot will continue to be a struggle, but if he is truly unleashed and playing 27, 28 to 30 minutes per game for Monty Williams, we're going to see solid defensive production from Ausar Thompson. So if you need defense, that is one of the key areas where he will be able to contribute for your fantasy team.
Marcus Sasser, Detroit Pistons, 11% rostered. Detroit, you might have heard, they traded Bojan Bogdanovic. They dropped Killian Hayes. Like, this is fantasy. They just said, sorry, brother, we're waiving you. Sasser last night played 38 minutes, 17 points, 11 assists, and 2 steals. We're going to talk about Grimes a little bit. A little bit later, very soon. Fontecchio, those guys, I think are going to see meaningful minutes, but I don't think either are like guaranteed 30 a night. I just think there's room here for Sasser to see 20 minutes a game regularly. Given what he's shown, it would make sense. He is a much better passer that I think people anticipate. He's not just like a spark plug scorer. He's not Cam Thomas. He can pass. And he also has shown some stuff on defense despite being undersized. So, I hope he gets some run down the stretch.
But I'll also stay in Detroit for my long shot. I think Quentin Grimes is going to get a ton of run as well. I'm going to see Sasser and Grimes coming off the bench a lot. I think Grimes is going to get 20 to 25 minutes a night. He played 30 minutes a game last season for the Knicks. Wasn't all that great, though. A little over 11 points, 2.2 threes, 1.1 stocks a game, but probably should have more usage with the Pistons. But I guess I am also raising my hand for the Detroit backcourt for my long shot. But yeah, Sasser or Grimes could be interesting.
Yeah, I think Grimes, he's mostly just a 3-point specialist. So, yeah. But category leagues, yeah, you need that.
Well, let's go to Shannon's long shot pick, a name that I've been pestering you to up his rest of season projections a little, but maybe post-trade now. You proved correct, Alex, but go for it, Shannon.
Yeah, Josh Green for the Dallas Mavericks. I was amazed to see that he's only 21% rostered. He has been on quite a tear over the past week. He is averaging 16.8 points, 5.8 rebounds, 3.3 assists, and 3 steals in 33 minutes per. He has been a lock in the starting lineup since January 3rd. He has started. All 17 of his appearances have been as a member of the starting 5 for Dallas. He had 1 DNP, which I believe he was just injured or sick for that game. But over that 17-game stretch, 31.5 minutes per, 12.2 points, 4.2 rebounds, 1.9 three-pointers. Dallas believes in Josh Green. I can't say I have as much faith in him as they do, but there are plenty of rumors with PJ Washington going to Dallas prior to the deadline, and Charlotte apparently wanted Josh Green and a less heavily protected first round pick, and Josh Green for Washington. And And that's the true reason why that Dallas pick is only top 2 protected, is because they had to sacrifice those protections to not include Josh Green in the deal. To me, that's a clear sign Josh Green's going to stick in the starting lineup. I don't think they're going to start Derek Jones over him. Like I said, I do believe PJ Washington will start at the 4. Josh Green should be locked in as Dallas's starting small forward. He's a good he's a 3-point specialist for the most part. He can get you some defensive stats, and not great, but solid percentages from the floor. Free throws dicey. He doesn't take a lot of those, but if you need some scoring and 3-point shooting, he's worth a look